Dr. Carl Seubert, thank you very much for joining us, Australia in Space TV, and the second day of the Australian Space Forum. We're here at the SmartSat Cooperative Research Centre, or the CRC, here in Adelaide on the show floor. You've been here for a couple of days, I hope.
That is
First
correct.
time I've seen you, right? But yeah, maybe introduce us to the Scarlet Lab. This is a new agreement with New Zealand as well, and you're the director, yeah?
That is correct. So Scarlet Lab is an initiative out of SmartSat,
Yep.
and it is an initiative to really pull together resources and expertise in spacecraft autonomy, onboard AI, and data analytics. So it's a physical facility we have now, but it's
Yep.
also a network across Australia with academics and our industry partners to really pursue good technology development, solving some good problems with the use of AI and spacecraft autonomy.
And maybe where does New Zealand fit into this?
So actually, New Zealand now is effectively a research partner that we're using here. So Scarlet Lab has been an initiative that's been around for quite some time, actually, for the last year.
Yep.
And we've already been doing a lot of research. We've got a lot of great projects already under our belt that are happening with Scarlet Lab. We've been doing technology development and onboard AI development that will be deployed on Cagnini. So Cagnini is a test platform that will be up in space. We're using Scarlet Lab to really push that technology, test that technology on software emulators, on hardware in the loop processes, so that it's all ready to go and bulletproof before we put it actually up into space on Cagnini. So the lab's been around now for some time as part of SmartSat, and now we're using it as just another collaborative tool and a research sort of network interface with our New Zealand counterparts. So one particular project we're kicking off with New Zealand that was announced yesterday is around this synthetic aperture radar mission concept.
Right.
And we're going to use SmartSat and some of our partners to really build up the technological elements to enable that mission. It's a multi-spacecraft mission, interferometric SAR with a formation of 2 spacecraft, and we're bringing some of our Australian expertise with the New Zealand expertise in synthetic aperture radar and the mission concept to really now look at the feasibility of demonstrating and doing this mission.
This is providing a little bit more long-term or longevity to SmartSat CRC as well. The other question I had, is there anything special in the name, Scarlet Lab?
That's a good question. It's a great colour, so it makes for nice lighting and mood lighting in the lab.
Okay.
But no, really it comes down to where that started from was Spacecraft Autonomy Research Lab, SCARL.
Got it, there you go. Okay, well that explains
that
it.
turned it into Scarlet Lab. Yeah, so it's...
But again, I suppose, what's the long-term sort of project here? Is there a lifetime on this one, or
so it is
just going through the experimental process?
Yeah, it is a initiative of SmartSat, so it's part of the SmartSat portfolio of work and the research we're doing.
Yep.
It's really to bring together those academics and our industry partners as well as our stakeholders. We're using it as well as an interface now for some of the projects we're doing with Cagnini in the downstream. So right now we've worked up some projects with SA Government, with SA Dew, with SA Water and PERSA, where we can actually now use the Cagnini data and the data analytics to turn that into information and actionable intelligence. We're using Scarlet Lab as that sort of lab to now pursue that research, pursue that testing, and then ultimately deliver it to the South Australian government. Right. So Scarlet Lab is really just part of the SmartSat operating umbrella right now, but we're already starting to sort of divulge outwards beyond that and looking for new opportunities, bringing together new partners and looking at new sort of cooperative work that we can do. One of those is, for instance, the Aquawatch UK work. So that work that's coming through SmartSat to develop some technologies and assessments and analysis that will support that Aquawatch UK initiative that we're doing with our Australian Space Agency and UK Space Agency funded research work. And Scarlet Lab is directly delivering some products and some work packages to that, again, another international collaborative project.
Wonderful.
So it's just that interface where we can do some good technological work and delivering it.
You're okay. And I suppose the last thing is you just got to get up into the sky now. You're stuck on in California there on the Falcon 9. But I suppose that's sort of highlights how resilient you need to be in the space program as well. But hopefully not too far away.
That's exactly it. There's always hurdles to get to space. The next thing will be weather. The next thing will be some other hiccup that we have to get through to get that spacecraft into space. But we'll get there. We're very much hoping and holding out for that launch day so we can really get through commissioning and then get it into an operational perspective, so we can now start using it as that test platform, using it to really do some good demonstrations and experimentation of just how important it is to have not just a spacecraft in space that you can now task and take images of what you want when you want, but now for us to now actually deploy AI networks on it, actually put the smarts on the spacecraft where it can now extract that information in almost real time. That's what we're really excited about. So right now we have 4 experiments that we've paid for, or they're funded through the SmartSat CRC, that are being tested at Scarlet Lab. We've now got another, what we call a guest payload that has been provided to us with our international partners at ESA and the PHI Labs. So we're really excited to kind of keep building on that relationship and doing some cooperative work with them around AI applied for Earth observation.
Beautiful. Carl, look, as Director of Scarlet Lab, as you say, it's older than what I thought it was, but we will try and get down there and have a look. But thank you very much for joining us today on Australian Space TV.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you.